Hello, my friends. I just joined the server, and now I'm ready to talk. Ready to have a little chatting time, and, well, I guess this is episode 3 of Chill Raichu Vibes. By the way, look at my cool dog I got. Pretty cool, right? But anyway, on to the important stuff. So, I had an important topic I wanted to talk about today. Well, an important, it's not really a topic. I had an important, thing I wanted to tell y'all. But first, in these kind of videos, I like to have a little chat. So I just wanted to have a little chat about something interesting to me. I was just thinking about it last night while I was thinking about when I was going to do this video, which I decided I would just do it today. I was going to maybe do it last night, but I got to bed a bit early last night for an important reason that I'll tell you about later. But, yeah, so I decided to do the video today. But I was thinking about a topic something we all go through in life, which is goodbyes. And I don't think anyone enjoys goodbyes, right? Whether that be, saying goodbye to a loved one who's passing, who's unfortunately terminally ill or passing away, or saying goodbye to someone who's moving away, or whoever, whatever it may be, leaving school, right? Like graduating high school or graduating even like middle school and stuff. When you're saying goodbye to people and like maybe you see them all the time and maybe like you'll still see them sometimes, but not all the time. Maybe if you're like used to seeing someone every day, it can be quite the change to not see them all the time. But I'm going to bring up something that's always been interesting to me, and that is kind of the beauty of having the opportunity to say goodbye, right? And, the things that come with that. And, in my life, I've had a lot of people come and go, of course, especially me being, having been on the internet a long time. There's been a lot of friends I've had come and go, and I've had friends come and go in person too. And sorry, let me just murder this guy. I'm trying to talk, but these zombies want to interrupt me. But I've been around the internet quite a lot for quite a long time, and I think it's maybe not as much of a thing these days, although maybe it is. But I've had so many important people in my life just kind of up and disappear. I had an old friend. This is the main one I think of when I think of this. But I had an old friend. His alias online was Jigsaw, and we were thick as thieves. We were tight, and one day he just disappeared and never came back. And I have quite a few friends like that, and I think the inopportunity, the lack of an opportunity rather, to say goodbye. It's kind of always something that's bothered me, right? You don't know where they are. You hope they're okay. You don't really know. You assume they're okay, and the logically speaking, right? The odds are they're fine. They just went and did their own thing, which didn't involve being online at that time, and whatever it may be. And that lack of a goodbye kind of sucks. And in my life, I've been fortunate to be able to say some goodbyes. My grandpa passed away in 2014, and the way he passed away is with pancreatic cancer, and it was a very severe form. By the time they caught it, it was like way beyond any operable or like any opportunity to save him. It was way past that point, so there was like basically no chance. It was like, okay, you have a limited amount of time, and good luck. And so with my grandpa, I think he was diagnosed in like a February 2014. He passed away in September 2014 on my mom's birthday, actually. But I had the opportunity to say goodbye, right? And we got to spend time together. He got to hang out with Toshabi a lot during those times. And we all go out to eat, everything. And, we got a real chance to say goodbye. And it was probably about a week or so before he passed. We went out to eat. Unfortunately, they live a bit far away, so it wasn't like I could see him every day or anything. It was a bit of a drive to get to them. But, I made it as often as possible while still, of course, working full-time and everything else. So, yeah, but a week before he passed, we all went out to eat. And it's actually kind of upsetting because we went to his favorite restaurant to eat and found out they closed. And so we went somewhere else that he enjoys a lot. So it was fine, but it was kind of, I don't know, it always sticks with me, right? That we had that last meal, and I remember the meal well. I remember, like, the exact table we sat at. I remember the conversations we had, what we talked about, the goodbye hugs in the parking lot. I remember it a lot, right? And even though I didn't really necessarily after that, he went pretty quick, unfortunately. It was kind of, went downhill late at night, and by early morning, before I was even awake, he had passed, and I got a text from my dad that morning that said, hey, Grandpa's gone. And, but, you know, I still do feel fulfilled that I got that goodbye. And, you know, similarly, when I was a kid, my best friend at the time, moved away, and, was someone that I'd gone from seeing every single day to not seeing them since. And we've, you know, over the years, we've communicated a bit online, but, you know, some people are more online-y types than others. He's not much of an online-y type, so maybe every few months we'll send a message on Facebook or something, right? But, you know, it's not really the same, but I did, you know, have that opportunity. I knew when it was coming, and we had our goodbyes, and we kind of got to wrap that up in a neat little bow as far as, like, the beautiful poeticness of a goodbye, right? In 2019, I had a crazy year, right? And in early 2019, actually probably January, we got an announcement that our department was shutting down, which was roughly 60 employees. And we got an announcement that we were shutting down our department, and we were all to be laid off on, I don't remember what date they said first. I think it was like May was the first date, and then they kept gradually moving it back and back. And I knew all the time I would be one of the last people if I were to be let go, which obviously I wasn't. I was able to stay on, but I knew I had some time. But the first person to go, which was in April of 2019, was one of my closest coworkers, probably one of my closest coworkers of all time. Probably in my top 10, I would say. I've had a lot of coworkers in my time, right, and a lot that I've been close to. But do I have a recall potion? I just want to see if I can go spelunking safely, not too safely, but either way, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so I said, you know, in April, she had her goodbye, and we had a going away party and everything, and it was a very neat and tidy goodbye. I walked her out to her car the last time. She was very emotional, gave me a hug, and said, be well. We've hardly spoken since, and you know, this is one of the important things, right? Saying goodbye to people like that, whether it be my friend moving away to another state, or a coworker leaving. These are the kind of people, right, that you would see every day, or I would see every day, rather. And it's really easy to say in life, right, something like, oh yeah, we'll still see each other, right? Even school, maybe you guys have seen it. Maybe after you graduated high school or something, you said, oh yeah, I'll see all you guys all the time, to all your friends, and, you know, maybe a lot of them you don't see anymore. That's how it was for me, right? I don't know about everyone else, but I assume that's fairly normal, right? And you assume you're going to see him again, and, you know, you just don't. I've talked to her maybe 5 times since she left in April of 2019, and haven't seen her in person since then. So it's kind of like, you know, what it really was a goodbye, right? And, you know, the one that sticks with me the most is probably like my mentor, the backbone, probably the reason I'm still employed and how successful I am is this man. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, if he unfortunately did not fit the skill set for what they needed. So they did not keep him, and they kept me, obviously. But I mean, this man is just a genius, and, you know, someone I credit for a lot of my success, and maybe easily one of my top coworkers of all time, maybe my most influential coworker of all time in terms of actually helping me. And, you know, and it was, what day would it have been? Probably I think it was end of November was when they let everyone, the final few go that weren't staying on, which me and one other coworker did stay on out of that 60, but everyone else was gone. and they weren't expecting any. It was just two, I don't want to say stellar employees, but it was two stellar employees that were long-term employees there. Me and one other person, and we were kept on. But my coworker left in November, whatever it was, of 2019, and the last thing he ever sent me, the last message he sent me, he sent me a note and it said, thanks for always being there. And we were basically a two-person team, and we accomplished a lot of great things, and I was always there, he was always there for me, and so that's a line that always sticks with me. I use that line a lot, even when I hit 2,000 followers, I think, on Twitter, 2,500. I would always say that line, thanks for always being there. And it's such a simple line, right? But that just, it really just, it's a beautiful thing, right? And it still makes me emotional. I'm getting a little emotional talking about it right now. Just such a simple line, right? A simple goodbye like that can just mean so much versus, the unfulfilledness of not being able to say goodbye. And all those people that I haven't been able to say goodbye to. So, same thing. I haven't seen him in person since he left in 2019, and don't know if I ever will again. But that's something that'll stick with me, right? And so that's kind of what I was getting at. The beauty of a good goodbye, right? Being able to say goodbyes, having those memories, right? Versus those unfulfilling memories of, well, what did we do when we last hung out? Jigsaw. Remember I mentioned him earlier? I don't remember the last thing we did together online. I have no idea. The last words he said to me, I have absolutely no idea, because it was a day like any other, and that always kind of hurts, right? I like those, having a solid goodbye, and I hope someday when I pass away, I'll have the opportunity, like my grandpa, to go out on my own terms to say those goodbyes, to make those beautiful memories of the other people in my life, right, that they can remember me by. And it's the same thing. If I ever stop streaming, I've said before, I would want to have a real goodbye. And it's kind of sad that a lot of the time in cases like that, those goodbyes are just difficult, and you end up having something where it's just, one day there was a Raichu stream, and then another day passed and there wasn't anymore. And, it's kind of sad. It's kind of upsetting and unfulfilling to have those goodbyes. So I hope whenever my time comes, which, by the way, my announcement was not that I'm quitting or anything like that. We're going strong as always. Nothing's changing. But, I was just thinking about goodbyes, and they're hard. No one enjoys goodbyes in the sense that I was freaking sad when I said goodbye. All those goodbyes stories I talked about, I was freaking sad every time. But, as time passes, you kind of grow to appreciate those goodbyes, and having the opportunity to say goodbye to someone you care about, someone that was important in your life, and really, jot those last times you spent together down in your head. And remember, I still remember the last day Jim was there. That's my coworker I was just talking about, who said thanks for always being there. I got him Chick-fil-A breakfast. We had a gift card we got from work, and so we went and we used that gift card to buy breakfast, and I brought the breakfast in. And at the time, we were really into those boozled beans. You guys know, the ones that taste stinky. And so I gave him his sandwich, and I put some frickin' I think they were skunk jelly beans. I put them in there in the sandwich, and I gave it to him, and then. And we gave it to another one of our coworkers as well. We did the same thing to another one of our more gullible coworkers, and she bit into the sandwich and ate it. And then we walked over to Jim's desk. He was on a meeting, and we looked at his and he had picked his sandwich apart, sitting there on the meeting. And we looked, and he just had his sandwich picked apart there, the beans exposed. And we're like, okay, Jim, you're too smart. You're on to us. You're too smart. But, it's just things like that, right? Funny little stories you can remember. And, I think goodbyes are a beautiful thing for that reason. Well, there's no goodbyes, so let me preface that, before I say this next statement. But the reason I made the video today was I just wanted to kind of, give you guys a heads up, that Toshabi and I, as of Tuesday, was it Tuesday? Monday? tested positive for COVID. So we are currently quarantining, and we are here. And yeah, that's all. Nothing will change. The streams are on pace as normal this week, and unless something crazy happens and I suddenly get like destroyed and I can't speak, I feel okay enough to stream. Actually, I wasn't, honestly, on Sunday I wasn't feeling all that great, and everyone said the stream was fantastic. So I think I'm in okay shape to stream, and we'll see how it goes, right? But we're here at home recovering from that, quarantining from the rest of the world. And, I just figured I would throw that into a video with a fun little story, because I like to tell those little stories and just chat about serious things in life, right? Because on the stream I try to keep it nice and, not serious topics, just having fun, right? So we can forget about the world. But I do like to have these serious talks, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to share all of my stories with you guys today, and there will be more. And, don't worry too much about Toshabi and I. As far as the COVID thing, we'll be okay. Nothing will change as far as streams, so if you're looking to tune into the stream today, well, do it. Normal streams this week, and we haven't really gone and told a lot of people. I told a few close friends, and other than that, I'm only telling you guys in the video, and only the people that, are dedicated enough to watch to 16 minutes, so... I don't want anyone to make a big deal about it. You don't need to go and, post in the server and be, sad about it. It is what it is, and we're getting through it, and I know everyone will, as always, be very kind and thoughtful about it and wish us well, so I appreciate it in advance, and I thank you in advance for that. And I think we're going to wrap it up there. I'm going to upload this video and go work for the rest of the afternoon and prepare for the stream. Much love, y'all. Thanks as always. Appreciate you. And I'll see you real soon. The Raichu out.